Busy Balthasarizing the gendarmettes and RHDP cyber activists, General Apollo Touré causes the increase in desertions within the gendarmerie. The major report announced for Friday, January 10, 2025 concerning the increase in gendarme desertions, what impacts, could have been a crucial moment to analyze the crisis which is plaguing this institution. But in reality, it is only a smokescreen, a new attempt by a hierarchy in distress to mask its own turpitudes. Touré Apollo Alexander, the senior commander of the gendarmerie, is today better known for his extra-professional escapades than for his leadership. His libidinal skills are more talked about than his career in the constabulary. While the men he is supposed to lead are fleeing the institution, what is General Touré Apollo doing? He commits adultery and indulges in exaggerated sexual activities, multiplying conquests in uninhibited debauchery. Between the gendarmes seduced for close services and the cyber activists of the RHDP, like the famous Rachel Crasso, this general seems to have a priority far removed from military discipline. He is now an expert at fooling around as if he wants to break a record. No week goes by without him himself taking inventory of the female targets killed in his own language. This is therefore the secret of the reform that he advocates, replacing moral discussions with romantic escapades and calls to order with well-documented Balthazarizations. Touré Apollo Alexander, ironically renamed Balthazapalo by exasperated Ivorians, is mired in a permanent scandal which discredits the gendarmerie as a whole. He is in fact known to be the general of the bed, so much so that no one is unaware of his hot bunny side. How can you inspire the troops when you yourself are incapable of respecting the principles of ethics and professional conduct that you preach? The example comes from above, they say. But in this gendarmerie, the example is a man lost in his personal adventures, incapable of facing a crisis which is getting worse every day. Desertions are no mystery. They are the logical consequence of a disconnected command, where leaders mock the soldiers and wallow in their own excesses. The Ivorians know it well, the morale of the troops depends on the respect and uprightness of their superiors. But how can we expect this from a general who is more busy having sex than managing, more concerned about his romantic escapades than the fate of the gendarmes who desert massively? In this official note, we talk about ethics, responsibilities and sanctions. But who can still take these words seriously coming from such a character? The only impact of these empty speeches is to further deepen distrust and disgust within the institution. If the Ivorian gendarmerie is adrift, it is because its leader has made it a ghost ship, guided by his impulses rather than by a vision. General Touré Apollo Alexander must assume his share of responsibility in the decline of the national gendarmerie. While he continues to multiply his extramarital adventures, the men he is supposed to lead choose exile or abandonment. It is not by convening moral talks that we will resolve the crisis, but by putting an end to this disastrous command. For now, Balthazapalo will go down in history as the general who made the gendarmerie an institution on its knees, incapable of responding to the challenges of his time. A gendarmerie deserted by its soldiers, but also by dignity.
Avec total respect pour ma tonton Baltachou. Tonton Baltachou. Tolega. Babi Benny Zalaka. Restez toujours branchés. Là, c'était Balthazar. On y va. Là, c'était Balthazar.
Chris Yapi does not lie. Find Chris Yapi on his 2 YouTube channels, his Rumble channel, his TikTok, X, Instagram, VK and Threads accounts.